Hello, you all. So how are you all doing today? You know I'm back outside as usual. Hopefully you can hear me. I really hope you can. I need to charge up my microphone. That's what I need to do instead of going down the rabbit hole on YouTube. I need to be getting some things in order for things like this. You also, yes, I've been having a very productive week. I've been having productive weekends. I've been having productive months, you all. So June is looking pretty good. I took legal 1 and 2 in the suburbs, so Denton County to be exact, for those of you all who know where that's at. So they are growing out that way. So I do have to call the city because my driver had told me that, yeah, I had to go out and get me a Sunday. So my driver had told me that they have plans of turning down Texas Motor Speedway, and I'm like, I'm thinking we want to rebuild Texas Motor Speedway. They was like, no, they're taking Texas Motor Speedway out of Texas, period. I'm like, oh Lord, they are just really getting rid of history. And so I saw it from the front. It didn't look that big, but it's like when I was coming back, I was like, oh, this look like this could be a very big piece of land to build houses on. But I'm like, oh wow, you're gonna take the entertainment away from us. That was a place to go, and I never been. Even though I like race cars, I just never been to Texas Motor Speedway. And let's see, I went to the famous Buc-ee's. You all, I said, well, okay, well since I'm up this way, let me go ahead and check out the very famous Buc-ee's. So it is like a grocery store, gas station, department store, all in one. And so when you go into Buc-ee's, be prepared to buy something. So if it's not even gas, be prepared to buy something out of Buc-ee's, because I did. So I went in, I said, well, okay, they greet you, they're very, very friendly. It's crowded in there. It's crowded on the outside, so it's crowded on the inside, but you're not bumping into each other. So, it's enough space for everybody. So, you have people that park in the front, they're just coming in to, use the bathroom and buy some snacks. And then you have the people out at the gas station getting gas. And so that place stays busy. It really, really does. It's in a great location right up the freeway, so you cannot miss them. So if you're coming down 35, even if you're flying, you cannot miss them. You'll see that beaver up there. I don't know why I keep calling it Bucky Beaver, but it's Bucky's. And so check out my video. So I did do a video inside of Bucky's, and they are. Let me tell you about Bucky's. They are strategically. Oh, look at me. Strategically placed in different areas. So they're not like QT and racetrack. So they're not on every corner, even though racetrack is right on the other side of the freeway. So from Bucky's, but let me tell you something. They wasn't as crowded as others. So the people like them some Bucky's up that way. People that's traveling through there, and so yeah, they have walls, and I do mean walls and walls and stuff. So they have lots of nuts, lots of dried fruit, fresh fruit. They have a deli, hot deli. Let's see, they have home decor things bedding, and when I say bedding, you all, I mean like throws, but not comforters, covers, like if you want to just sit on the couch and watch a good movie or binge watch your favorite TV show. Let's see what else. The restrooms are very, very nice. The restrooms to me remind me of a fitting room because they're not like the stalls. They're like a fitting room. You've been to a fitting room. That's what their bathrooms remind me of, and they're clean, so that's an A plus. They have a lots of souvenirs, so I'm trying to study Buc-ee's. I really am. I'm trying to study them because no, I'm not trying to. I am going to study Buc-ee's and see how they got started to where they are at now, because it's a lot of people that came through there and they spent money, so no one walked out of there empty-handed, including me. So when I first, like I said, when I first came in there, I started going around the rim, the outside of the store, and I saw an apron, and I was like, oh, golly, I really, really need an apron, because when you're in the kitchen and you put more flour and other stuff, things just fly all over your clothes, or maybe it's just me. And so I said, well, okay, I need an apron. And I was like, ooh, and I liked denim. And I was like, ooh, this is the perfect combination. It's an apron and it's denim. Very heavy duty. So very, very heavy duty. Well priced. I think it was like $25. And so it looked like I'm going to keep that for a minute or two. Because it's heavy. It's that heavy jean material. So I used it yesterday, and when I made my pizza, so I got flour on it, I got a little bit of oil and a little bit, I got a lot of dough on it. So never cook your pizza, never make your pizza dough with cold water. Always do either hot water or room temperature water. And let's see. And so I kept on going. Because they have like a clothing section. So if you were traveling and you forget something, Buc-ee's is your place to go. Now, don't forget anything. So if your thing is not walking around with beaver stuff on, you better make sure you pack everything. But if you leave something and there's a Buc-ee's along the way and you need something, so say like if you need pajamas or something, it's going to have Buc-ee's logo, the beaver logo, all over everything. They even got stuffed animals. It's a really nice place to visit if you're going up that way. Now, if you don't live near Buc-ee's and you want something to do, sure, go there. But just getting up and say, hey, I want to go to Buc-ee's. Save the trip, watch my video. And so, yeah, Buc-ee's is not close to me. Just happened to do a class up that way. And I said, well, okay, well, let me check out and see what all the hype is about. And they got baskets, you all. So, so they know that you want to come in there and spend. So I bought two things. So I bought a lounge dress and an apron, and I spent about $60. So just be prepared to spend some money when you go in there, but you're just not going to go in there and look around. You actually going to go in there and buy, because they got everything you could possibly need. And if they don't have it, they're right next to Tanger Outlet. So if Buc-ee's don't have it, Tanger Outlet will. But I believe what's making Buc-ee's stand out up in North Fort Worth is, I believe, and don't quote me, that they are 24 hours, so you can go in there and you can get your clothing. Y'all, I gotta get my umbrella. You can go in there and you can get your clothing and things out there. Just know that all of it is branded with the beaver on there. It's like some stuff Like the house dresses, they didn't have the beaver all on it, but most of the stuff in there is branded with the beaver on it. But it was a nice place to go in and look around and see what all the hype is about. So enough about me and my week. So let me come on over here and introduce myself. Hi, you all. For those of you all who do not know me, my name is Latosca Asberry, and I'm a real estate agent and author of Home Sweet New Home. And so, I have been staying in on the Gen Zers and the content creators because according to Bank of America, they are the ones who are making the money. And I mean, if you see all the opportunities that the Gen Zers and content creators are getting, those are great opportunities. But I do not see, and I know that people don't put a lot of stuff, but they do. Then again, they do put a lot of stuff um, out there on social media, but you never see them talking about buying a home. And so that's why I want to, just horn in on you all instead of foolishly just spending that money like young people do. Believe me, I'm gonna share my story. So back in my day, the colleges was not the colleges, well, let's say the Department of Education was giving out checks. So once they got through paying for your tuition and your books and all of that stuff, you would have some money left over. And I took my check and I believe I bought a TV, I bought a computer. I know for sure I bought Wingstop, the family pack of Wingstop. And guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to pay my car note. They didn't come pick it up. And I did have a job, but I wasn't financially wise at that age, but it only took me one time to learn. So when the next semester came and that FAFSA check came, I said, well, you know what? Let me pay my car note up, or let me make a few extra payments instead of foolishly spending my money on things that. Now the computer and the TV had value. Don't get me wrong. But the Wingstop, I could have did without that. But still, I should have put my car note first. So I do know about foolishly spending money, especially when you're not the one paying the house note, the utility bills, buying the groceries, doing all the things that our parents do. You're not the one doing that at that age. If you are, kudos to you. But the mass majority at your age are not doing all of those things. And so, of course, you can spend your money however you see fit. But I want to specifically talk to the Gen Zers. But let me go ahead and give you a disclaimer. So, even though the advice that I give is universal, please check with the real estate agents in your state and see if these rules apply for you. So today, use all the noise. It's Father's Day weekend, and they are really out here. And so today's topics, we're going to talk about DSR loans, non-QR loans, and getting a mortgage with a 1099. So you can still get a home. So content creators, Gen Zers, you can still get a home. And so don't let, influence tell you, oh no, I wouldn't. If I was you, I wouldn't get no house. Look at how high the houses are. You don't. There are still starter homes out there. So if you have been paying attention and subscribing to my channel, so you can get those alerts from Google to let you know when I go live. I have here recently. I have been showing you all, especially last weekend. I have been showing you all starter friendly communities. I've been doing that lately, and that's not on purpose. I guess that's divine aligning that I have been showing you all starter homes, and they are really nice. They're open. Some are two-story. Some are one-story. They are really nice homes, and so I'm going to connect that video. Let me see how many videos I can connect to this. But if not, you all go back under my playlist, selling DFW servers, and check out those videos. You all, we want to see you all win that money because your parents, and let me say this, people, let me not point nobody out, people in your age group or the people that was once your age didn't come out making six figures or $1 million a year or $2 million a year. Most people did not do that, and so I just want to see you make good financial decisions with that money as it comes in. And I know, family and friends, they don't see what you do as like income because they are stuck in corporate America, which I get it. I completely understand. I was once, in corporate America, so I understand where they're coming from because corporate America is consistent money, but to me, so is entrepreneurship. That's consistent money too, if you plan out everything accordingly. And I guess the reason why people don't think making money from digital, whatever, is not real money because it can draw up one day. And hey, it might, who knows? But if you put these things in order, and you would be on the right track because you don't have to go out and buy the designer cars. Because I know they look pretty. You don't have to go out and do all the design. Get the house first. Get the house first. You all. So yeah. So let's be drilling y'all. So first we're going to talk about the DSR loans. And so DSR loans stand for Debt Services Coverage Ratio Loan. Perfect for investors and creators looking to grow their real estate portfolio. Instead of focusing on your personal income, DSCR loans use the rental income from the property to qualify you. So let's say some of you are already in real estate and you're already making rental income. So this is a product that will be great for you as well. It says why it matters to creators. If your income is variable, lenders focus on the property's cash flow. So again, so if your cash flow, if your income goes up and down, they can look at the rents that comes in. So for my creators that's already into real estate, this can be an idea for you. And then let's go down to non-QA loans. So non-qualified those who do not fit for the traditional lending mode, if you're a freelancer, influencer, or even from multiple leads, lenders will look at alternative documents like 1099 bank statements or assets. So this can be another great loan product for you, non-QRM. So just because you're not receiving a W-2 does not mean you don't qualify, because they can use the 1099, they can use the bank statement, so they can use your assets that you have, but you just don't want to keep just foolishly spending your money. So I'm giving you loan products that you can qualify. Let's see the pros and the cons. So the pros is open the door if you have solid income, but it's non-traditional. So that means when they say non-traditional, it's not, you don't have a corporate job. And so, and with these loan products, and again, I'm going outside of my lane because I'm not a lender. I believe the down payments are a little higher. But again, get with a lender who can further explain these products according to your situation. Everybody's situation could be different. So mortgages for 1099 earners, traditional lenders can make it tough for 1099 earners that, but there are ways to get approved. So keep good records, organize your 1099, your bank statement, and your tax returns. Please, you all file your taxes, file your taxes. Bank statement loans. Some lenders accept a year or two of your bank statement loans instead of W-2s. So I'm still, and that's me because I've been busy, you all, trying to keep up with all of the new communities, the events that they're having, and of course, I got to keep up with the classes in order, to have my license. But then I lost all train of thought. But I still need to get in contact with the tax professional, so therefore she can give you all some corners too, because I know she got some corners, but she deals with a lot of business owners, and they don't have their stuff in order, and it makes her job a little challenging, but but she gets it done. But still, you all, if you can make your preparer, tax professional job a lot easier. I know they charge a lot. I know that as you get on into the business side, they do charge a little bit more. But I try to make their job easy. I use the old school Excel sheet and put it in there. But if you want to use QuickBooks, that works as well. But talk to, when we bring her on, be sure to bring your questions. Ask if QuickBooks is a good method for you to track your expenses. Some banks, I know the credit union that I am with, they have an accounting software so attached to it. And it's not QuickBooks. It's kind of like their own little thing. It tells you about where you spend your money at and all of these things. So you can add in different categories. And so I love it. So it helps me out with that right there. But as far as like on the business side, that option is not available. And I talked to my tax preparer, and he told me that if I forgot what his rule was dealing with going to go get those accounting software. I took it as, okay, no, I'm not at that point to go in there and do that. Keep doing the spreadsheet and sending that over. And so work with experienced lenders, you all. So not all lenders are the same, and I'm finding that out myself. So it's not just you all. So not all lenders are the same, and I know a lot of them say X, Y, Z, and that's just to bring you in. And then once you come on in, there's so much red tape to this. It's not even real because a lot of banks and a lot of lenders, that some of them are not investor friendly. Some of them, they're just now, some of the lenders, I'm talking about lenders, not going into like the local bank. Some of the lenders, they are just now adding on DSR loans. They're just now adding on non-QM loans. They're just now adding on bank statement loans. And so, again, you have to, have your ducks in a row when you go and talk to a lender and see what they have to offer you, because you don't want these people to keep pulling your credit and keep pulling your credit, because I know you have 45 days, but you don't want to spend 45 days trying to find the right lender that's going to give you the things that you need, because you want to have your stuff already in order. You want to have your taxes in order. You want to have your bank statements in order. And then another thing is, reason why we need to bring on the tax professionals is content creators. I don't know if you all are putting your money into your personal checking account when it needs to go into a look at me wiping the sweat on my shirt, when it needs to go into a business checking. Also, we need to bring her on. We need to see when is it time to get an LLC or DBA. So those are some things that we need to bring to her, so she can help you all get ready, for you all just won't foolishly spend that money. So that concludes that segment over the DSR loan, the non-QM loans, and the 1099 earners. So let's get to some buyer basics now. And you all, I know the media job is to make a mountain out of a mold. And that's why when you're looking for a real estate agent to help you to buy a home, it is very important to have these conversations. Well, number one, be honest, especially about your finances, especially if you're a digital creator, content creator, Gen Zer. Be honest about, and that goes for all buyers. Please just be honest about your finances and anything else. It helps to make the transaction to go smoothly, because if you start out by leaving out information, it makes things a little bit complicated, and we're not trying to do that. We are all wanting a smooth transaction. And so when it comes to the buyer's rep agreement, because I know a lot of people are probably still hung up on, oh, if I sign this, I have to pay my buyer's agent. That's not always the situation. That's why you need to have those conversations. And while you have those conversations, please let the agent know that you are working with someone else. Because let me tell you something, when you go into new construction, let's say, I'm going down here to builder A. So me and my realtor, we go down here, realtor A, we going down here to builder A. And, oh, okay, I like the community, I like this, let me put my earnest money deposit down to show them that I mean business. And then in the middle of the transaction, you go and hire another real estate agent. Well, it don't work like that, especially on the new construction side, because they don't amend their contract. Whatever you put down the first time you walk through the door, that's exactly what they are going to stand by. And so you go and hire an agent in the middle of the transaction. Realtor A gets paid for that transaction, and you just wasted Realtor B's time. So again, you know, like I've always said, if the marketing and the customer service does not add up, that's just not the realtor for you. I don't care about all the likes that they get. I don't care about the videos that they're doing. I don't care about the information that they're doing. I don't care about how many home buying seminars. If it don't add up, get out of there. Get out of there and get out of there fast. Let me get some water here. Because I'm still seeing, here come the train. Let me hurry up and talk. So, like I said, I am in these real estate groups, and buyers are still, they'll hire one agent, ghost the other agent, and then when it's time to close the deal, when it's time to close the deal, the other realtor B is the one that's getting paid. I'm like, well, wait a minute. You have been working with realtor A for a minute. And, that's why I make sure to put in my book. For whatever reason that things do not work out, you all, please send an email. Don't ghost them. Don't do that. Go back over and read your buyer's rep agreement. Make sure that you properly terminate that agreement, you all, so agents don't waste their time. And so inspections, you all, inspections. When it comes to new construction, I recommend you to get your inspections. I'm telling you, you all, it will save you in the long run. And I know, because I'm watching the same internet you're watching. I saw this news segment that said they was interviewing some people who bought a home from a builder. Not down here in Texas. It happened in Georgia, and they was telling them that they did not need a realtor, and they did not need an inspection. And as soon as the deal closed, the house just basically fell apart. Not like kaboom, collapsed, but things just started happening. The roof, the ceiling, I say the ceiling in the kitchen caved in. It was just, they had water everywhere, and I'm just like, oh wow. It, in the back of my mind as I was listening to them do the story, and I was like, did you hire a real estate agent? Did you get a home inspection? So let me tell you, you all, and this is not my first time of hearing this. So even agents, some of them don't recommend it, and it really is. So let me back up and say, it's the buyer's choice. It really is. It boils down to the buyer's choice. But I recommend my clients to get several inspections, especially when they're buying a new home. Yes, it does go through several rounds of inspections. The builder inspects the home. The city comes out and inspects the home, but people still make errors. It's, like I've told you, I've showed you the crew who actually builds your home. So when you're in that pre-construction meeting, the person that you see is not the person that's building your home. Trust me, I'm saying, but not without saying. You know, um, just right through there, you'll see. People make mistakes. We are all human, but I recommend my clients, and I have also heard, as well, that yes, some of these builders are telling you, no, you don't need an agent. No, you don't need inspection. We got all of that covered. And then, it's nothing we can do because, like, once you go in there and you fill out that information that information sheet, there's nothing that a real estate agent can do. I can't come in and say no, this, that. It is a done deal, and that's why it's just very important. So that's going to be my next topic for the next episode is going to be about the builder's sales agent and their um, let me get you the correct term, the correct title. So builder sales agent, who do they serve? And yes, you also, I'm working on building genuine relationships with them because I want to know the ins and outs. I want to know how you're going to treat my client. I want to know if you want to nickel and dime them for every penny that they have. I want to be well aware of what's going to take place at every stage of the transaction, not just building up the home, the transaction itself. So yeah, so let me give you all a quick book update. But before I go into the book, so if you have any questions about the loan products that we talked about today in this episode, please put them at the bottom. If you need help searching for an agent in outside of Texas, put that at the bottom. I'll gladly help you in Texas. I'm licensed in the state of Texas. I will gladly help you with that. So yes, now see, this is why I created my book, Home Sweet New Home, because buyers are still not educated. There's no education around buying a new construction home, and I'm not downplaying my sales managers at all, but a lot of them, they're on production. They got to get those houses off the books so they can go on and do, other amazing things. And I get it, but it's not a lot of education around it. You're just going to hear people say, oh yeah, it's new, no one never lives in it. Yeah, but it's more than that. And Gen Zers and content creators, you too can get a new construction home as well. So I created this Home Sweet Home to help guide you all through this, because let me tell you, y'all know I always got a story. I need to say Dallas. Picture this, Dallas 2025. Be like Sophia from the Golden Girls. Picture this, Dallas 2025. buyers, so they will hire. Y'all know I'm nosy. Buyers will hire in real estate agents, and they'll have them to tour the whole entire city just to leave the agent on red to go and get a new construction home. And it makes the buyer, it makes the buyer's agent really upset, you all, because we don't get paid. None of that from the time we do the initial. Baby, y'all see, y'all can't get okay. Riding in the back of the truck. And lost all train of thought watching this. So, because that's a lot of work. Like I said, we do not get paid. So from the time we have the initial conversation, yes, you want to buy a home. We have our consultation, get everything signed, and we get out here to look. Then you turn around and go over here to build the A. Well, no, I don't like none of those. Well, you can tell your agent that you want to buy new construction, even when you have your consultations. Yeah, people want to have they're going to have their likes, they're going to have their wants, they're going to have all of the things. And so, throw in there that you want to look at new homes as well instead of just looking at existing homes. Even if your realtor don't even throw that in there, you bring it in there. Say, hey, I want to look at some new construction instead of you all going out looking at the existing homes only, and then to say, well, I don't want those. I'm gonna come over here and get this. Then you go over here to the sales agent, and they done made their commission, but then you didn't let this on red. And it's like, come on, you all, this is our livelihood. You all, this is how we pay our bills. So you all, please don't do that. So if you are interested in new construction, we can't tell you what to be interested in, but if you are considering it, let them know up front so they can cut out a lot of time, and you can go ahead and have the keys to your home. And so that's why it's a short read, so it's not a telephone book worth of information. I had to make sure that I kept it short and sweet, so I gave you like the meat and the potatoes. And so by me building relationships with community sales managers, I was able to leverage those relationships and help me to get the accurate information about new construction homes. And so I've given you 6 chapters. So I started out with number 1 is the importance of having a real estate agent. Chapter 2 is choosing your community. So do you want to stay in the suburbs? Do you want to stay in the outskirts of the city? Designing your perfect home, building basics, protecting your investment. So that's where I talk about the home inspection, the insurance, and home financing. So I made sure to keep home financing as the last chapter, because I know everyone has questions about finances, about the loans. And so that's the biggest thing that people have questions about. And yes, and again, I'm talking for Texas. Yes, there is still down payment assistance. So do not let your chosen lender tell you that down payment assistance is not around. It is still around. I've taken a class this year. It is still around. So you just have to find a lender who offers down payment assistance. So that is still in here, you all. So thank you so very much. I need to get. I know I'm all over the place. I know episode 50, and this is episode 51. I'm all over the place, so I'm just getting back into the swing of things. The month of March, on my birthday. The month of May was super busy, so I didn't come on as much. But I do, if I don't do my podcast episodes, I do make sure that I do the community and tours, you all. And so I know I have two. I know I have two home and I know I have two community and home tours that's going to be released in July. I met my goal for the month of June, so it is now time to go over to the month of July. But you can also catch them live when I do them, and so you can see it before it gets released. And so yes, you all. So I will be back Tuesday. So I will be in Alito Tuesday. Let's see, Wednesday. So y'all need to hit that notification button, you all, so you can stay on top of these tours. Okay, so Wednesday I will be in the Eagle Mountain Lake area, and Thursday I will be in Burleson. So, like I said, the homes are out here. They're still selling, so the houses are not sitting. They are actually being bought up, you all. And if you are ready to come down and buy your home, go ahead and give me a call. My information is below this video, and I will see you all Tuesday. So remember, Tuesday I don't have a Pacific time. I know I have a class, but I don't have a Pacific time that I am going to go live. So if you want to see it live and in person, go ahead and hit the notification button. But if not, it will be released in July. So remember, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it'll be July 17th, 18th, and 19th. And happy Father's Day to all the amazing fathers out there. And happy Juneteenth. So where I'm at now, the city is celebrating. You all, they are celebrating, and I need to stay on top of these vendors events, because I need to get this book in front of more and more people, because like I said, it's not a lot of education around new construction at all. Trust me, there's nothing like this book out here, and I have enlisted the help of community sales managers. Yes, you all, y'all like my hat? People think I'm crazy sitting out here with this umbrella in my hat. Well, hey, y'all gotta do what I got to do. But let me go in here and get acquainted with my writing group, and then afterwards we're supposed to go to breakfast. And so who knows? I might put that video. No, I'm gonna release it in July. All right, you all. Let me come and see if y'all have any questions. Let's see. Let me see. That phone wants to act up. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Good morning. Oh, thank you. Yes, the hat is doing what it's supposed to be doing. What is the best loan for content creators and the Gen Zers? It just all depends. It's just really just depends on how they have everything structured and their situation and the lender. Okay. All right, so that answered all of the questions. So you all go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you all. Let me let y'all see. Can y'all? You probably can't even see down there. But down there, every time I come, they are having a vendors event, and then they got this blocked off. This is City Hall, and they have this blocked off. Yes, you all. So y'all go ahead and have a fantastic Father's Day weekend. Catch you next time. Bye bye.